Check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Put it in, Crenshaw Bridge, reflection. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football, nothing compete. Got the best podcast, the loudest in the game. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Remember the name, we talking draft picks. We talking defense, we break it all down. No nonsense. H-Town with the Run Show, live on the mic, talking Texas football. Every Wednesday night with special guests dropping knowledge, taking the stage. Didnt and Crenshaw Briggs be holding it down in the H-Town, wiping it down. Talking touchdowns in H-Town. Houston culture, we holding it down. Talking news and rumors, keeping it real. No filter, we got the Texans appeal. In the Lone Star City, we're living it up. Talking all things Texas, we can't get enough. From the football field to the concrete jungle, we're ripping H-Town. Ain't nothing humble, bitch.
Whoa. Welcome back to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast Recap Game. I'm your host tonight, Matthew Briggs, and always I got some great guests with me. First off, let's talk to Mr. Ruben. What's going on, bub?
What's going on, man? Feels great being 5-1. Feels fantastic.
Absolutely, right? And always spreading the message, we got Mr. Keno. What's going on, Keno?
Not much, man. Feeling good, feeling blessed, happy. You know what I'm saying? Like Ruben said, we 5-1. Feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Finally saw our offense get explosive, you know what I'm saying, and do what we wanted them to do for the first few weeks. But at the end of the day, we knew it was going to take some time. And even though Patriots are a trash team, whatever people may say, we still happy to see that we doing good things on the offensive side.
Well, Ruben, I'll start with you. Before we jumped on here, I mean, you kind of listened to the spaces a little bit about, fans are upset, fans are not upset. What do you take away from this game?
You know, I see both sides. You know, now that we've been doing this for a while, you know, you kind of see how people's opinions matter throughout the 4 quarters. So, you know, you're going to have one side that are saying, look, the Houston Texans were very dominant. You could say this was their first dominant game of the season, 41-21. Your offense did not stall in the second half. It actually awoke. You had 27 points. You had 27 points in the second half. And then you could say, you know, why was the offense stagnant in the second quarter? Why did Drake May have if we were New England Patriots fans, we would be encouraged by what we saw today. But overall, man, you're asking me, dude, we're 5-1. We're 5-1, and it feels good. It feels good coming off of one where you put up 41 points, where you don't have Nico Collins, and your running back Joe Mixon showed up today. The Houston Texans are undefeated when they have a 100-yard rusher. Feels pretty good, man. But I can understand everyone who has their negativities, right? There's that saying, do not ignore in victory, what you won't ignore in defeat. So I see both sides, man.
All right.
I'm not going to let it ruin my Sunday, though. At the end of the day, we fucking won. Like,
5-1, right?
You know, we're 5-1. You know, am I going to complain if we win the Super Bowl when we have an ugly-ass day? Or am I going to be happy that we got the dub? You know, it's just, it's fair. You know, this is football, man. We only have one game to critique throughout the week. It's not a 82-game season, 165-game season. It's only 17.
Absolutely. Ken, what's your take on it?
So honestly, I hear the fans, but and I see most of the fans are complaining about the defense giving up 21 points, and my thing is the defense had 3 turnovers, and the defense also helped our offense to put more points on the board. So I understand, of course, we don't want them like to play on Stingley. Also, I think Petrie got scored on, Petrie got scored on. I mean, of course, we don't want those plays, but at the end of the day, this is the NFL, man. Things happen. He's not the first rookie quarterback to come in and start his first start and, do that. You know what I'm saying? So I get, we want to dominate the rookie and not allow him to score and throw touchdowns. I get that. But at the same time, if we think about it, if we look at it, the only time he threw the touchdowns was when we was playing man and we was blitzing. So, I mean, and like I said in the last Wednesday, like, hey, if they smart, they're gonna tell him to get rid of that ball quick. And so when he did get rid of that ball, they made things happen. But at the same time, though, the secondary did pretty good at times. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some cover sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's be happy that Will and Daniil was getting back there. You know what I'm saying? Getting sacks, and Daniil got forced to fumble. And you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of good things that I saw today from the defense. They were swarming. Of course, some things they gave up, but it's fine. Like it at the end of the day, like D'Amico always says, it's good to learn with a win. Like, of course, we want to be better, but it's okay. We're gonna learn from that and we're gonna continue to improve. Like, let's be happy that the offense didn't have that many penalties. Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Lambert Tosa. I think he didn't give up a false start this game either. So even though he went out, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I feel like they moving forward, they elevating, they getting better week by week, and that's always a great thing.
Right. I agree with Ruben. Like, yeah, I see both sides too. But also, this game opened my eyes to if we need to come down and actually play when the game's on the line, we can do it. Yes, the Patriots are not a good team, but we finally saw the offense be dynamic when we all knew that this offense could be dynamic. We finally seen the defense get to the ball, like Kendall said, sacks, interceptions, fumbles. So this game is finally the games that okay. Here's the Houston Texans that that we know could be it, right? That could play to
Mhm.
this level. But also, this ain't really that Houston Texans because Ruben, you probably help me out. How many injuries do we have? We have at least what 7 starters out at least.
Yeah.
So, so there
Yeah, and
is a lot,
we have
you
some
know.
starters out, yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of role players in this game. So yes, there are going to be some mistakes. Some oh man, how can Drake May throw for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns? Well, I mean, like like we were saying, hey, we won and we're learning. So that's just how you have to take it. You know what I mean? So I'm not upset about this game at all. Like 41-21 is a beatdown. And like Ruben said, at the end of the day, a W is a W. Right? So that's what we got to take it. Ruben, what was the most impressive on each side of the ball? What was impressive on the offense and what was impressive on the defense?
Yeah, I mean, on the offensive side, it was your ability to run the ball. Joe Mixon, he is super important to this Houston Texans offense. On the ground, a touchdown through the air. We even got to see Damian Pierce have himself a nice day. This was a good day on the ground for the Houston Texans, man. And when you're able to run the ball, this is so easy for Houston. If you can get this going forward, if you could get a nice little running back combo between Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce, this offense is going to get much better. And it's crazy that you put up 41 points without Nico Collins. So just imagine you got this running game going and you got number 12 out there. You got a lot of people that call that offense when they need to. Nico Collins, he is the statistically. You had damn good ball. Stats 4 times on set up the uh, yeah, possible.
Yeah, can you hear me? Kenneth, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't
I
know
don't know
what's
if it's technical difficulties on my spot or on Ruben's, but what about you, man? What was the impressive spot for you in these games?
so the impressive thing is to see our offense not get stagnated in the second half. Like that was the most impressive thing. I know you, Matt, was you thought that was going to happen in the second half. You thought they was going to be stagnated. Then we wasn't going to score another touchdown or so. But it was just exciting and surprising to see us run the scoreboard up just to put up 41. It feels so good to see that because we know what this offense is capable of. Yes, we didn't have Nico, but at the same time, the train keeps moving because of all the talent that we have. And shout out to Tank for stepping up, you know what I'm saying, doing what he did, you know what I'm saying? He was there when we needed him to be there. Like, it just feels good. Of course, we want Dalton Schultz to do better, but yeah, man. I mean, that is what it is. I ain't gonna really talk too much about that. But as far as the defense, I wasn't too surprised by anything with the defense. Like I kind of expected the turnovers today. I expected our defense to get some turnovers, and I expected our DNs to get back there and get a couple of sacks. So proud of Will for getting 3 sacks today. You know, I think he got 1 sack today. So it just felt good to see individual players like getting doing the things that we want to see them do. And shout out to Damian Pierce, man. That run, it showed that hey, he probably figured it out. And I'm hoping that's the case when it comes to the zone, because he was patient. He literally stopped, looked, and then he cut back and he took off. So I was proud to see that from Damian Pierce.
Yeah, this whole narrative that the Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. are the most overrated edge rushers in the NFL. Like, can we stop the cap? I mean, they lead the league in QB pressures. They are top 5 in tackles for loss. Like you said, Will Anderson got to the quarterback 3 times. He also deflected the ball, which caused who was it, Eric Murray to come down with the interception. And again, like you said, Hunter came with the strip sack. So, like, yeah, sacks are a sexy stat, and they're the most spot on. But honestly, I mean, it can't interrupt me if I'm wrong, but without their presence, this defense would be a totally different defense. It wouldn't be as game wrecking as we see it now. Like
Nah,
I think,
I totally agree.
yeah,
I
Drake
totally
May
agree.
would have burned us for more than 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
so,
And what people don't understand is like the play that we getting from our DTs, like that's because of our edge rushers. Like that
absolutely.
helps. And this man, just wait till the Nico get here, bro. Like till the Nico play his first game. Like this D line is gonna get even better. It's gonna take it to another level, and then we gonna probably see the whole line getting stats here and there. So yeah, man, people overthink things, and at the end of the day, you just have to see it for what it is. You got to see why they wasn't getting sacks in the past 2 games. Like I told y'all, like the quarterbacks are getting the ball out quick. Like that's the smart thing to do when you playing the Texans. Why? Because our DBs already play, our cornerbacks play like 5 to 10 yards off already. So and then our pass rush what we have. So it's like, all right, yeah, we're gonna get the ball out quick the 5 and outs, the slants, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Those type of routes. If you try to throw the ball deep on us, it may work sometimes if your line hold up, but if your line don't hold up, it's not going to work. And we saw today, the line held up, we blitzed, and Stingley got beat. You know what I'm saying with that touchdown. But I'm proud of Will. I'm proud of Daniil. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they're on the squad. I'm not overthinking anything when it comes to them two. And at the end of the day, they're going to continue to do great things for us as long as they're on the field.
Absolutely. And making a special appearance, we got Mr. Crenshaw.
Hey,
Hey, with his radio voice.
what's
Oh, fellas.
what's the damn deal?
All right, man. Well, talk to us. What was your take on the game? Are you upset about the Houston Texans like some of these fans are, or are you
Um,
feeling right now?
I mean, I'm not upset. It's just frustrating because you know how good a team can be, and they get in their own way all the time. I knew we was gonna have a breakout game, especially on the front line, because the front line that's what's been lacking. We're getting the pressures, but we ain't been getting the sacks.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we show our potential because with the run game, we're unstoppable. It just now the injury bug is starting to hit us hard now, man. The injury bug starting to hit us hard right now. But other than that, man, I feel good. I mean, Bobby, he was up and down, but he still called a good game. And we put up 41 points. And Damian Pierce, was that really Damian Pierce? They're gonna drug test him tomorrow because I don't think that was Damian Pierce, bro. that was somebody else, man. That was a hell of a run, man. But other than that, I feel good about the team.
I agree with you on that, Crenshaw. But my thing is, man, we had a lot of injuries, so that to me, I'm not using that as an excuse, but also you can only do so much with what you got. I mean, you had Petrie being on man coverage, you had Eric the liability in man coverage. Like, so I can see why Drake May threw for 3 touchdowns. But I will say this: that touchdown pass to what was his name? But Boutier, what I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Butte.
It was straight booty. Like, come on, Sting. You got to be better there. Push off or not, like that was just an easy touchdown grab for him. If you know he's going to score, make him fight for it, right? Like, cause the pass interference. Either way, they're going to score, either in the next play or right there. So why not make him earn that touchdown? You can't just, like yourself. You want to get paid, you got to play like you want to get paid, right?
Well,
So,
he gonna get paid regardless because who his agent is. So
right. But I have to agree with Crenshaw. Bobby did call a good game. I do agree with this comment as well. Bobby was a massive fraud watch in the second quarter. To me, it did seem like he kind of went in that conservative mode. Once the third quarter hit, he switched it up. So Crenshaw, what was the difference from the second quarter to the second half?
well, I guess the difference was he knew we had the game won. So he just stopped being aggressive. You know, that's my take. But it's really hard to judge Bobby because he can look good at times and he can look really, really bad at times. So I don't really know what he is as an OC. I know CJ is really making him look better than what he is. I know we got a handful of fans think he's the GOAT. We got another handful of fans think he sucks. And we got another handful of fans say he's not getting a damn job next year. So as of right now, like I said, he just too conservative. He's just too conservative. Put foot on throats, choke them out. Get it over with. Get this shit over with, man. We was up 14-0. Keep going. Yeah, missed field goal, interception. But those play calls that got us down the field, keep attacking like that. Now, this game, it was more throw on first down and run on first down. But it should have been the opposite because then we got Mixon back. Now you want to run on first down. Then when we didn't have Mixon, he ran with Dare. Now we got Mixon. He want to throw the ball. So he just sometimes get in his own way.
Okay. Well, Kennedy, so to you, without those turnovers and whatnot, do you think Bobby goes on the attack mode like he did, or do you think he still plays conservative and it's a close game like I predicted?
It's hard to really say. I like the point that Crenshaw said with missing, and of course some people was like, man, is he really hurt? Like even some ex NFL players like RG3 and other people, they were just like, man, is he really hurt? Because the way how he moving, you can't tell he had an ankle injury. So yeah, I get it, but at the same time I think that he was on a snap count. He was so snap because I think in the second or third quarter he was barely doing anything. So as far as like I guess maybe Bobby do get a little nervous, and when we do turnovers, he started to like butter it down and get back to the vanilla, and just being so simple and predictable. But at the end of the day, that turnover, I'm gonna blame CJ, but I'm also blame Bobby because it's like my thing is like Crenshaw said, why I didn't understand why he was throwing the ball down the field so much. Like, man, Joe just had this big run. Like, feed him again. Like, let him get one more touch. But after that big run, we threw it twice. The one that went over Tank Head, and then the next play was a throw to Dalton. And a lot of people wanted Dalton to catch that. But me personally, I done lowered my expectations when it comes to Dalton hands. Like, if he make cool, but I don't even want to expect that no more from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a tough catch to be made, I don't think Dalton gonna make it. He can't even make some simple catches. So I just lowered my expectations when it comes to Dalton. But at the end of the day, I think Bobby just needs to trust CJ to the fullest. And I think that's probably what CJ was telling him on the sideline in the second quarter. Like, I'm not sure. I know people like, man, it don't look like they was arguing or CJ was getting on him. Because some people were saying CJ was getting on Bobby on the sideline. But CJ probably was just telling him, like, hey, man, come on. Like, let's keep going. Like, I might throw one, but it's all right. Like let's keep pushing. Like Crenshaw say, keep the foot on their necks at all times. Like man, we have a great quarterback. Like we know how he learns from his mistakes and he keeps pushing and he don't make a mistake again. So yeah, Bobby. At the same time, we still got to remember this is second year offensive coordinator Bobby. It's the first time, you know what I'm saying. He's the second time that he's calling plays in the season and stuff like that. So I think Bobby's still trying to get a hang of things, but at the same time, he needs to not think so much and just honestly make it simple. Like you have a great quarterback. Yes, keep your balance. Don't be predictable. And but at the end of the day, man, you got a great quarterback. You shouldn't fear or worry about nothing. None of them turnovers happening out there. They're already happy because we know CJ don't make the same mistakes over and over again.
Okay. Well, Crenshaw, here's a question for you. Who do you trust more? Dalton Schultz's hands or Deshaun Watson in a massage factory? Who do you trust more?
Um, Neither.
uh, so, who do you think that interception was on, Crenshaw? Do you agree with Kenneth and kind of go on Bobby, or do you go?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to say it's on Bobby, CJ, anybody because the defender deflected the ball, and then the DB for the Patriots, he was just in the right place at the right time. So that's all it was.
I think it's on Dalton. I mean, it's still deflected or not, it still hit him in the hands.
I mean, but he doesn't have the best hands, so you can't really expect him. That's okay. I'm still shocked that he made that big catch in Tennessee last year. You know, okay, that's not him. You know, so I don't know, bro. It's
Facts,
yeah, you know what I'm
facts.
saying. It's hard. It's like one of Drake May's interceptions. It got deflected by Will Anderson, and then Eric Murray made a hell of a catch right there. So he's just in the right place at the right time. You know, it was a fluke interception by CJ. You know, so I'm not gonna blame nobody. I'm gonna say good play by the defense.
I'm still gonna blame Dalton because yeah, you're right. He has questionable hands, but he is a paid athlete, and when you get paid to catch the ball in your hands, like come on, bro. Like at this point, put in the rookie. Like I'm tired because that's not the only catch that he dropped. There's like 3 catches on key downs that he dropped, and like you said, it goes back to last year. The only reason why, in my opinion, and this might be a hot take, but the only reason why we kept him was because of that Titans game. Because I mean, be honest, that's the only really good game he had. Oh well, maybe that Cleveland Brown game when he scored that touchdown, but I don't know. The frustration level with Dalton is slowly taking the rise, more so than the Bobby Slowick. But going back to the defensive side, Crenshaw, who are you most impressed with and most disappointed on the defensive side?
I'm I'm impressed with the rookie Bullock. See, I wouldn't say Will Anderson, but I expect this from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I expect this from him, especially with that weak offensive line that the New England have. So I'm gonna say Bullock, and then as far as on the defense, man, goodness gracious, I can go Petrie, I can go Stingley, but I'm gonna go Stingley because I expect more from Stingley. You just can't get beat by a guy named Booty. So you know all you did was look at his booty when you went down and tackle him and he scored a touchdown. So I'm gonna say Stingley. I know people gonna be like, oh man, he got beat one time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. You say he's all pro. You know, I mean, his specialty is manning up, right? Isn't he the man corner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. You just don't get beat not by no guy named Booty. But yeah, so that's my take right there. Bullock and Stingley.
Okay, Kenneth. What same question to you? Who got the eye and who didn't?
Um, I mean, I think the obvious answer is Bullet, and honestly, I was definitely proud to see him fly around, be in the right place at the right time, and just showing that hey, like I'm really good at this free safety spot. You know what I'm saying? We finally got us a guy that's a ball hawk at the safety position. You know, we used to a lot of safeties that don't really have good ball skills. Pause. But I like the fact that Caleb Bullock is a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got more pits to come. And as far as disappointing, like Crenshaw said, I'm gonna have to go same route. Like They're Stingley, like brother, like, and I know me and Crenshaw, for the past 3 years, me and Crenshaw been going back and forth when it comes to Stingley because Crenshaw definitely got these high expectations for Stingley, and I do too. So I have to come to the realization that hey, like we really gotta hold Sting accountable, and Sting gotta hold himself accountable. You want this big payday or whatever the case may be, brother, you gotta lock down these receivers that nobody even know or care about. So, like my head, I'm like, bro, please pick. But I can tell that he didn't like locate the ball well, and then dude kind of put a little push on him, but it wasn't a crazy push. That's what I'm about to call that. But at the end of the day, man, pull.
Can't hear you no more, Ken. I don't know if it's on my side or not.
To the
Ken,
goal
can
line,
you hear
okay,
me?
yeah, I'll take.
No, I can't. He went out. Okay. Well, I'll just take over from what he was saying. See, like I think what he was saying is this right here. A lot of fans, I know this is going to sound, controversial, but a lot of fans say, he's him. But if you look at the receivers he holds throughout the game, I get it's the system, it's the scheme. He doesn't hold the best guy all the time, so his numbers to me are inflated. He's a good
Mhm.
corner, but it's not to me a shutdown lockdown corner. If you're not getting the number ones, you shutting down lockdown number two, number three. That ain't crap to me. I want to see you on the number ones. Now, granted, New England don't have a number ones, but like Nets game we play Green Bay. I don't know who number one over there is. It Watson or is this the other guy? I don't know, but I just want him to shadow everybody, bro. I want him to shadow the number one and say, look, I got this. Coach, I understand this, understand that. But let me at least attempt to show it on camera that he want to hold a guy and let us see that, okay, it's coach holding him back. But, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not quite Crenshaw's level of disappointing in Stingley, but I do agree. Like we need to start holding him accountable. Um, you want to play all pro. Like we keep talking with Sauce. Yeah, Sauce is not having a great year either, but he's already been an all pro. So like you got to step your game up. Uh, to me, that was just on him. Today, the scheme kind of worked on the defensive side, right? Like, yeah, the fourth quarter, we kind of went to that bend, don't break, prevent defense. But other than that, like we're dominant for the most part, right? Um, and injuries like Eric Murray and Petrie, you just can't trust them in coverage, or is that just me? Y'all agree?
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree, man. But Eric Murray, I mean, it is what it is with him. Like it's just you already know that he can't defend nothing, he can't hold nothing. He's just out there because he's making a lot of money, man. Still to this day, the messenger has been saying this all year. We should have got your boy, what's his name, Simmons, but I don't know what was wrong with them. Jimmy Ward, we can't count on him for nothing. So we just really, really thin on the back end. And then now AZ went out. I don't know the extent of his injury. So we already been thin on the linebacker. So now we got special team guys playing linebacker. Then they're going to probably pick us out the practice squad. So it's looking worse and worse on the back end out of the defensive line. So if they don't get the push, Eric Murray's going to look worse next game. The linebacker's going to look worse the next game. So, hey,
And
man,
And
I,
Henry T he's most likely going to be out because he's in concussion protocol.
Oh
So
man, and then and look, we're going against Josh Jacobs, so we gotta hope they stuff that run next
mm,
week, man.
yeah, yeah. Kenneth, you have something to add?
Nah, not necessarily. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I gotta say on the opposite side, a guy who didn't get much love like he deserved was Kenyon Green. He had some huge blocks, pause, um, especially for the touchdowns. That run by Mixon and that catch by Mixon, both with some great blocks. I don't know how this guy is getting hated on. He's constantly getting better, but as he constantly gets better, he keeps getting shit on. So like, I don't see why the hate. Yeah, he's the first round draft pick and he didn't produce his first year, but if he does become a good guard, that's one less option we have to go look for, right? Because in my opinion, I think right now the biggest needs are safety, defensive tackle, and interior lineman. And if Green can be that interior lineman, then we're good on one and move to the next, right?
Most definitely. Most
But
definitely. Man, and one more like I believe you're talking about Green.
yeah,
I'm proud of that man. Man, today I saw him balling in the pass blocking and of course his specialty run blocking. And it was just beautiful to see. I don't know how good the Patriots D line is, but they seem kind of solid to me. I mean, they made some plays, they got some sacks. I think they got like 2 sacks. But I was definitely proud to see Kenyon Green doing what he's doing. And one thing is, this is a hot take. Nick Casario definitely needs to figure out next year what he's going to do when it comes to the right tackle or the left tackle. I think he needs to get rid of one of them. I think he needs to get rid of one of them just because to save some money. Because I truly believe this year that pick is starting to grow on me even more. Seeing him like how this man go from left tackle to right tackle, then back to left tackle, and he's been pretty solid like for a rookie. Like regardless, you know what I'm saying, which side he's on, he's been pretty solid. So I kind of want to see him on the field more, to be totally honest. So that's something they're gonna have to figure out. Like when it comes to next year, then if let's say he is a doable guy, and he's always on the field, he's not injury prone. That's even better for us. So I definitely would like to see him on the field more.
Chris, you agree?
Well, I mean, if he'd have said this last week, I'd be like, I don't know, bro. He got that strip sack from CJ. That was his man right there. But he played better today. I mean, New England defensive line, they're pretty good. I mean, the defensive whole is pretty good. I think they top 10. So yeah, they better than us. It didn't look like it today or whatever. That just show you how good our offense can be. But yeah, shit. Like I say, the Titus, Laramie, one of them got to go. I prefer Lerman than I think Titus was drafted to be our left tackle from the start, and then we traded for Lerman the same year. I think Titus should be the left tackle, and then Fisher could be the right tackle, and we could go like that.
I don't know about that. I rather get rid of Titus than Lermy.
It's only because I feel like well, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure doesn't Lerman have some trade value? I feel like you could get at least you might not get a first from him, but you may get some seconds from him, and you could actually draft some more linemen.
I mean, you got a point. You got a point there. I just think like value, like money wise, like Laramie's making what he's earning what he's making. Yeah, he has some penalties, but when it comes to protecting CJ, he's making his money back. Can you say the same thing about Howard? I don't think so, but I agree. I do get what you're saying about trade value, and that's the only way we're going to get rid of him, right? Is trade value. So
Yeah, but that's such a hot take, and I know
mhm,
people, our fans are scared to like our fans hold on to players so long they're afraid
mhm,
to let them go. So
mhm.
oh no, man, you can't get rid of man. Look, everybody's replaceable now except for CJ, but everybody else is replaceable, bro. They're replaceable, man. So I don't get this love fest over players that ain't really showed me that they're really all in. Cause like that one season when he like I don't know if he faked the injury or what. That's when I was out on him, man. He just gave up on us, man. I'm like, come on, bro. I understand we're not good right now, but you could be out there playing. So that's why I got a love hate relationship with that guy.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Before we go, now that we've seen our first game without Nico Collins, yeah, it's only one game, so we really can't do a lot on it. But do you think we'll be okay for the next 4 games without Nico, with Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell? I'll start with you, Keno.
Most definitely, it's a no brainer. The reason, cause we have CJ Stroud. Yeah, that's the answer right there. Like I was not worried that Nico was going out. Of course, I would love Nico to be on the field, but at the same time, I was kind of I don't want to say I was expecting, but at the same time I was, man, because Nico misses games and it just is what it is. He's an injury prone player, but I wish that man will. I hope he get well, come back and stay on the field for the rest of the year, and let's go do big things in the playoffs with him. So, another thing I will say though, I feel like the offense looked better without him, and this is the reason why I think that because Bobby is probably forcing the ball to Nico, and I don't know if y'all may think that, but my thing is, I would like for Bobby to figure it out when Nico comes back, cause it's like, bro, it's to pick your poison offense. Like, so I don't know, like we all see, like Nico gets all the big plays when he's playing. You know what I'm saying? We don't really see big plays go to Stephon, and we don't really see big plays go to Tank. So I think Bobby got, of course, he got big. Got a lot of food on his plate that he needs to figure it out, you know what I'm saying, to get things going and flowing. But that's something I did notice this game. And at the end of the day, CJ Stroud makes everything better for us because that man knows how to spread the ball, makes the right decisions. He tries to feed everybody. Too bad our tight end don't know how to, take advantage of his opportunities. But other than that, man, yeah, be good. Like Nico, get well, don't rush back, get right, because we're gonna need you in the long run, of course. Like we want to do big things when it comes to the end of the season, and of course, take the momentum up going into the playoffs. So, yeah, but we're gonna be fine these next 3 weeks. We're gonna be fine without Nico.
Crenshaw?
I mean, most definitely. I mean, now you asked this question last year, I'd be like, no. But right now, I mean, like I say, we brought in Diggs. I said this before. I got a little, ridicule about this, but I said we brought in Diggs because of Nico Collins. We know he's going to miss games, you know. And you think about it, okay, Joe Mixon, he's good out of the backfield. Now he ain't Nico Collins, but he's good out of the backfield. So we got enough weapons to go 4 or 5 games without Nico. To be honest, that's how deep we are. You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll be okay. I mean, we put up 41 without Nico, but with Nico, we couldn't get over 30. So I ain't saying that he the reason why. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that shows you right there what we can do, with or without Nico. But once he come back, oh, it's gonna be hell to pay. Long Joe's back there, bro. Long Joe back there. When Nico gets back, man, we might put up 38 a game on these boys, man.
We should, right? I mean, there's no reason for us not to. Like I said, this is a game that finally, like, okay, this is what we can do. This is what we expecting for out the gate, right? I mean, like this is what we thought we were going to come to game one. So now that it is, we just got to keep it going. Guys, before we head out, any last words on this game? I'll start with you, Crenshaw.
Yes, I wish we would have scored 50 on them.
Well, we should have, right? That field goal and that touchdown. That'd be 50 points right there. It'd be 51-21. Kiddo, any last words?
No, sir, no last words, man. Just feeling good, man. Just very happy, like hopefully, like at the end of the day, as long as things continue to go like this, like the expectation, I think the expectation is going to be met. So we just got to keep building, keep grinding, keep learning from mistakes, and yeah, man, we're gonna keep going up as an organization, as a team, and as a fan base.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that being said, Kiddo, why don't you tell everybody where we can find you at, what you got cooking, that way we can support you.
Y'all can find me on YouTube and Instagram at Kenneth the Messenger, on Twitter Messenger _ Keno KENNO, and got a music video coming. It's an exciting song, man. I know the fans gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Crenshaw put in some hard work on this, man. And I hope y'all looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be live, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
All right. And Crenshaw, what about you, brother?
You find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw everywhere. Like my boy said, we got a video coming, we got a song dropping, a lot of hard work, dedication, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears in this right here. But we're gonna give it to you because I'm gonna say this shit. I don't care. We need a new goddamn testing song. I'm tired of hearing that Houston testing shit. So I'm gonna say it. Fuck it.
All right.
Yes, sir. Let's go. You finna take
Yeah.
over, baby.
And you know, you find it here on the Texans Fan Battle everywhere on every social media and YouTube. And you find me at A1 Day One Texans. Until next week, have a good one. We'll see you Wednesday when we talk about these Packers.
Yo, check it out, we rapping for the Texans. Put Whittier in, Crenshaw, Reds, we flexing. Houston rap style, we bringing the heat. Talking Texas football.